Welcome back to math. Today we're going to be working on module 4 and we're going to be doing lesson 4. We're still working on division of fractions. We have a problem up here. It said there's 8 tons of gravel is equally divided between 4 dump trucks. How much gravel is in one dump truck? So, how would we go about writing this out? What should we do for writing it out? Now, if you need some time to figure this out, you can pause it and then write it out. Can someone tell me what we need to write first?
Like tape diagram?
We could, but let's just write out our numbers here. What do we have? Well, we have a 8, right? And we have a 4. So, what shall we write out?
8 divided by 4.
8 divided by 4. Now that sounds good. So we could easily put out a tape diagram if we'd like. So this whole thing, you know what, I'm going to make that smaller. Seems awfully big.
Too big.
This whole thing equals what? What does this whole thing equal? What does it equal?
8.
Which one of the two numbers? Is it the 8 or is it the 4?
8. The 8.
Okay, the 8. Oh, you're right. It is 8 because in division, the total comes first in division. So say that. The total comes first in division. And we're going to divide our tape diagram into what? What are we going to divide it into?
4.
We're going to divide it into 4 pieces, right? Or 4 compartments. Okay, so we have 8 things, and we're going to divide it by 4. So how many items are going to be in each one, do you think? Well, we could do it like this. We could go ahead and we could make some dots up here. How many dots would we want to make?
8.
Anybody? 8. Yeah, we should have 8 dots. Now, I'm going to take those and I can start to do what? I can start putting them in the boxes, right?
Yeah.
And this would be a real easy way to do it. And if you're ever stuck and you don't know what to do, this is a great way of doing it. So you just start dividing them out. Now, do you notice? We have gotten rid of 4 of them, right? How many do you think we're going to have in each box? Well, let's find out. And I'll get rid of, when I cross these out, this just means I'm putting them somewhere. Or I'm doing something with them. Do you see how I'm doing that?
Yes.
Nice. So, how many do I have in each box?
2.
If you notice, I have 1, 2. So I have 2 in each box, and our answer is going to be 2. Excellent. Now, did you see the way we did that?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Now, I could also show this how. I could show it in, I like to call that a house. What number would go on the inside of the house?
8.
An 8. And what goes on the outside?
4.
A 4. So now we're going to ask ourselves the division question, which means how many 4s are in 8? How many 4s are in 8?
2.
Well, as you can tell from our drawing up here, we have 1 4 here, right? And we got 2 4s. So we're going to say 2. Now we're going to do the we're going to multiply these two. So 4 times 2 is
8.
8. Now we're going to do the subtraction question. And we're going to subtract. 8 minus 8 is
0.
0. And we've got nothing to bring down, so our answer is
2.
2 right there. See how that's done? Okay, let's do another problem. you're going to see something like this in your math book. There's a division expression. So I'll just write one out. I'm going to write out 13 divided by 3. 13 divided by 3. I have a question for you. What's the answer going to look like? Because you guys already know, if you've been following the lessons, that it's going to look like a fraction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because all fractions are division problems, and all division problems are fractions, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what number would be on the top? A 13 would be on the top, and what's on the bottom?
3.
Right. Now, over in our standard algorithm, we would do it in the house. How would we go about doing that? What's the number that goes on the inside?
13.
Well, I hope that you are going, the top number goes on the inside of the house, so we're going to put the 13, and we're going to put the 3 on the outside. Now we're going to be doing our daddy divide question, our mommy multiply, sister subtract, and brother bring down. So we're going to ask our first question. How many 3's are in 1? How many 3's are in 1? There's 0. Now we're going to ask the question, how many 3's are in 13? So my question becomes, 3 times what is going to be close to 13? Does anyone know?
4.
Okay, so let's say 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And if I said 3 times 5, our next number up, what is that? 15. Where's 13 in that? 13 is in between, isn't it? It's in between 12 and 15. So we have to go with 4. And where it says between which two whole numbers is your answer, guess what? They're looking for these two things right here. It's in between 4 and 5. So 3 times 4 is 12. So we're going to multiply our mommy multiply. So 3 times 4 is 12. Now we're going to do the sister subtract, and that's going to leave us with 3 minus 2 is 1. So now we have, are we done right now with the 4 as our answer? No, what do? We're going to take the 1 on the bottom and we're going to put it on the top, and then we're going to take the 3 that's over here and we're going to put that on the bottom. So what's our answer? 4 and 1/3. If you notice, we use the word and. That means 4 and 1/3. Or that's equal to 4 and 1/3, written like that. And if so you need to write things out like this in your book, and if you have any questions, feel free to go over this again. Pause it, write it out, practice it, okay? Are there any other questions? Well, you might say to yourself, well, what if I have a 1 over here and I'm going to divide it by 4? Do you know what the answer is? Somebody know the answer? It is 1 over 4. Remember, we put our 1 on the top and our second number goes on the bottom. Right? It's that easy. And if we took one whole, like we have here, right? Because this equals 1 whole, right? And we divided it into fourths. How many things do we have? We have a 4th here, and a 4th here, and a 4th here, and a 4th here. So you can see how we got our answer of 1/4. All right? I love math.